I did double check my life path. AP, you can see it at the bottom of this tab on the life events.
What are you double checking about it?
I double checked that yes, it's the Atlanta cops that want me, not the Redline cops.
All right. I'm not doubting that. I was just like, ugh, here I was ready to take you in, get you collared. You all meet up outside the combat zone. Are you taking your vehicles in or not?
I mean, sure. What are you guys wearing? This is important.
Great question.
Same thing I always wear, like black leathers, armored.
Same.
I'm wearing like my like sneakers and like silk pajamas.
I'm wearing my normal shit. I think Colton only has maybe one or two outfits. Maybe both of them are the same
I'm taking my
things.
vehicle in because I know that Maleko's gonna keep our shit safe if he's called us in.
Okay. So, Marcus, you're also going in? Alright, so we got a convoy going in.
I got my skateboard and it's got the wheels that can go over anything. So.
Yeah, so you tag, I guess, on the back of Mash's car.
No,
or one of the motorcycles.
No, he does not.
No, he's on my motorcycle.
If Mash is taking... I'm either on Pascal's, like, either tuned to Pascal's car, or if Mash is there with his car, I might be riding shotgun. I don't know.
So,
Yeah,
you cut through
shotgun.
areas of total and abject poverty. You watch at least one store get robbed and set on fire as you're going past. People are being beaten in the street. Just general looting and rioting going on. This is the combat zone. When you reach the edge of the 4 blocks known as the Little Filipinos, things quickly become different. There are men with AK-47s standing at every corner, keeping order. Even now, there's like a night market deal going on where people are buying and selling things openly in the streets. Seems like some people wait to do their shopping until this time of night. Everything is safer, but it's all done under the watchful eye of armed gunmen. When your vehicles are approaching, a man like gestures for you where you can go park, and you have to force your way through a crowd of people walking in the middle of the street doing their daily shopping at 9 o'clock at night.
Me.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Yep.
Does Mash have a novelty horn, or is it?
Nah, it's a brand new car, so he doesn't have anything like that
He
yet.
hasn't adjusted it to his style yet.
Yeah. Somehow gets a dubstep horn.
It does. His license plate does say Nathers, but the S is a $sign. So
Yeah, basically my horn will eventually be like mash. Like
you
a
are
radio
led
announcer voice.
into a dark alleyway. It's filled with trash and garbage, and there's someone sleeping there. A man appears out of the darkness to like kick the person in your way, and he says something quickly in Tagalog, and the sleeper like picks up his cardboard box and his blanket and his collection of like guns and knives and moves out of the way and go into one of those recessed basement, like a bar essentially, where I want you to imagine that someone has taken a cyberpunk bar, thrown a white tablecloth over the length of the bar, and set up like 4 gourmet placemats with real silverware. You know, salad fork, regular fork, spoon, and dessert spoon. There are glasses of water with lemons in them. The rest of you see a kind of aged, deeply tanned Filipino man. He's going a little bald on the top. He's got a towel over one shoulder. He's working the walk. For you, Pascal, you recognize this is your adoptive father, but for the rest of them, he just seems like a kindly old gentleman making your food. When you come in, he says, "Sit down. Take a seat. I understand that you're all friends of my son, Pascal."
Oh, you're Papa Glimo.
My name is not Glimo. I guess I don't understand the reference.
No, you're Glimo's Papa. Yeah, Papa Glimo.
I don't.
Is this on the west side of town?
So he. Man, the references tonight. He begins walking out fried rice with egg fried rice, onto the plates in front of each of you, and seems to be working on a sort of side dish of mixed vegetables and beans, and it's very steamy in here from all of the cooking, and he just says, "Go ahead, please eat. I'm sure you're all famished. The cooking here is, well, I decided to make the meal personally for my son's friends. Which one of you is in charge of this little team?"
Yo.
So he says, "And what do you drink?"
Mostly water.
Right, so he pulls like a smart water out from underneath the bar.
Ooh, a man right after my own taste.
Oh, it's a Lawson Wellness water bottle for sure.
I don't
It's
even. It does like
P,
nothing
then a
even
U with
regis-
2 dots over it, and R, pure water.
Yeah, it does by the Coca-Cola company. Yeah, no. Doesn't even register. By the way, I'm not eating any of this food. I don't
knew
eat.
you would do that, but he looks concerned. He says, "Is my cooking not good enough for you?"
No, I'm on a very strict diet of mostly brown sugar in small cubes, water, and occasionally a tomato.
This doesn't sound healthy to me. This Pascal,
called
what do you
intermittent
bring me
fasting.
here?
You know these media types. Always worried about what they look like.
He looks at you and he says, "Oh, I recognize you now. You're Nathers. Just had a report on the news.
Oh, which one?
Network 54. The one about the warehouse. So nice
Yeah,
of
no.
those undercover conspirators to provide you with that found footage, huh?"
Yeah, I got people everywhere. You know me, my little chicken nuggets going haywire.
Has my son been doing good work with you? I let him, what is it you say with the chickens? I let him lead the roost in hopes that he would make a man of himself.
I mean, his shooting sucks. Let's be real. He can't shoot a gun to save his life.
He frowns. Is this what you hired him for? Is to shoot guns for you?
No. But he seems to put us in situations where we need to shoot guns.
He
I will
turns
say
to
that
look
much.
at you, Pascal, like you just fucked up real bad. You are causing problems for your boss, Pascal.
Nah, look, he's made amends. He's getting me a white tiger. We're good. We're good.
Cole will look at Pascal like, "What?" I've got zoology too, so I assume I know a little bit.
Yeah, so he says, "White tigers are endangered, Mr. Nathers. That is a very
I'll take
expensive
real
gift."
good care of it. I helped him out real good.
There are so many sayings from the old country about a man who thinks he can take care of a tiger.
That's
Almost
not me.
all of them
It's-
end with you in its stomach.
He's gonna have a chip in its brain. Let's be real. It's not a real tiger. That'd be
I think
silly.
in the Bishop eye view, Bishop's Times Square is like bringing up street slang for what white tiger might mean, according to like. Is it like a drug? Is it like a?
It brings up a metal band.
It is
made up
definitely slang for heroin, yes.
Yeah. I was gonna guess it brings up like a metal band made of like
Furries.
small Japanese children.
Oh, I love the idea that it keeps bringing up pictures of tigers, and he's like, "No, that can't be it." We find the
Reverse image search, white tiger.
Yeah. Search for white tiger. Exclude animals.
Don't do
For
that
some
with
reason,
Sheriff off.
for some reason, it brings up Power Rangers at some point. He gestures for the rest of you to eat your food as he places like a small soup dish beside
Colton's
you.
Colton's already been eating.
I eat and I
Oh,
compliment
it's fucking spicy.
compliment.
Yeah.
I don't know if spicy food doesn't really bother him too much unless it's like super spicy.
No, but it is very heavily seasoned. Like, you're getting a whole array of flavors. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This ain't your mama's mayonnaise in your tuna salad. He says,
Has he brought out shots of lambanog for us?
yeah, sure. He says, I have a problem. And
Everyone does.
my son has said that you will agree to fix it as a reward for my assisting you with your Robert Lawson problem.
That wasn't my problem.
My problem. Yes.
His problem.
We will take care of this for you. What assistance can we offer?
He turns to Mash Nathers and says, have you ever played the game Go?
Like, you mean the board game?
Yes.
No. No, I have not. I've seen it in movies.
You know that in order to capture pieces near to you, you must place a piece far away.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
In such a way, you turn everything between you and this salient point into your following.
Sure, I get it. Yeah.
I wish to acquire a salient point nearby. 2 blocks outside of my exclusion zone, there is a noodle shop. Number 1 Noodle Authentic. I wish you to go speak with the proprietor.
And when you say go, are you talking about the board game still, or like?
I wish for you to travel to this location, Mr. Nathers.
Okay.
And convince the proprietor that he would be safer under my wing to keep up with the chicken metaphors.
Wait, we were talking about go a minute ago. Ah, now I
Don't
get
mix
it.
the metaphors, Mr. Nathers. I would have thought they taught you that in media school. My problem
So
is
you want
that
us
my
to go-
territory is up against a gang that called themselves 92nd Street. They believe that they are crusaders for Christ. And Christ does not include people like me and my kind.
Is this the people in the robes that Newt came up with?
No, they are at an actual religion.
Okay. Because if they were the same, then like Colton was there when Newt.
Correct.
Was...
This is not them. They're a real, fully recognized religion, and that they're not. They might be a cult, but they're not a cult like this. They're a cult insofar. Just to be clear, they're a protective organization. They walk around in white robes at night and stop crimes from happening in the combat zone.
So the
People he's talking about are a real like street gang.
So this store is currently under the protection of this other gang, yes?
Ah, the protection. They have stuck their greasy fingers into this man's business. I wish to remove those fingers and provide him with a boost to his business by allowing him to return to people of his own kind.
With or without his fingers?
He will need his fingers. Now
You
understand that I need you to go out there and do this. By accomplishing this for me, I believe I will be able to capture all the territory between here and his shop. But so far, this man has refused to meet with me, and there are many 92nd Streeters who are preventing my men from moving on that location. I can't afford to lose men in a gunfight. We have a lot of firepower, but it's old.
Or like a cannon?
I mean, he pulls out like an AK-47 from beneath the bar. For you, this is ancient. I mean, so modern guns in Cyberpunk 2020 are caseless. So instead of having like the brass shell or cartridge and then the bullet and a hole full of like primer and such, in 2020, the entire bullet itself is propellant and explosive. So there's nothing left when you fire it. Like there's no ejection. Nothing comes out of the ejection port but gas.
Yeah, it's effectively a sabo round.
Yeah.
That they do have a bunch of projectile weapons in the book, if I remember.
Yes, they do.
correctly.
And you can get old style cased ammunition like the one for the AK-47, but it costs more now because it's so rare.
What's the name of the noodle bloke?
Dominique Felipe Santiago Gabriel, but most people just call him Dom the Noodle Guy.
Okay, and what type of shit is he into?
Noodles.
I mean, dirt. What type of dirt do you have?
He is not a
likes
criminal
dirty-
in any way.
Rice or wheat?
Okay, but well, everyone has a thing, you know. Like some people like porn too much. Or
Dom
some
is a
people like-
clean man as far as I can tell. His only problem is that the 92nd Street are taking money from him.
So he doesn't have a spine? Is that kind of what you're saying?
I do not know as much as I would wish to about this man, Mr. Nathers.
Okay. Well, I mean, I see this. There's two ways of going about this, really. Either we go in there and we, you know, hurt him, break some shit or whatever, or
I don't want you to do
we
that.
can. That's why
I need
there's an or.
you to convince him to find some way to get the 92nd Street gang to leave.
Okay, so this is gonna be like one of those fucking stupid role-playing games where we go there and then he's like, "Well, I'll do it if you do something for me," and then that normally means you have to go to the 92nd Street
mean a
gang, and they'll
movie?
be like,
This is how it happens in the movies, yes.
I mean,
and then
could
the
we not just
92nd gang will be like, "Oh, we have this thing that you should do for us if you want to get it on there." Or we can just find the dirt on this guy and say to him, "Hey, look, you're better under the protection of, you know, yourself and your AK bros," and that'll be that. I think that'll be the easiest way.
can't we
So we-
skip ahead and just fuck up the 92nd Street gang and then show this guy that he doesn't have to worry about them anymore?
So, the Godfather pulls a bottle of vodka out and puts it in front of
Lemonade.
you and says, "Winner." Bishop.
See, that's what doesn't happen in the movies. In the movies, they make the wrong decisions to get from plot point to plot point. In this version, we're just going to go fuck them up.
Okay, I want to point it out. We have two like deficient shooters in our group. We have two that can kill people, and one
I mean,
of
you're
them
not
doesn't
that
want.
bad a shot, Mash.
Wow.
You're terrible.
Holy shit.
I mean,
Also,
who did
I
the
don't-
most in that warehouse fight?
It's also worth pointing out. I do not get my jollies off shooting motherfuckers. I don't like it. So, if we could avoid killing people, I'd be very happy with that.
If you can find a way to make these 92nd Street leave and still keep Mr. Santiago's on my side, I don't care.
Or start a gang war. That's what you're saying.
I wish you
Man,
to
this better be
end a gang war.
I like turn to I keep calling it Glimo, but what's it, Pascal? That's your
Pascal.
name, right? Yeah. Like I turned to Pascal and was like, this better be the best fucking tiger. I'm not talking about no skinny shit. I'm talking like beefy boy, muscles, good old chip in the brain. You know, that's what we're talking about here.
I'll call Siegfried.
Who? Is that your guy that does tigers?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Now that Roy's
all right.
dead, he's the only one left.
Roy died? When?
All right, Bishop, real talk. Let's say there's 20 of these dudes, and you and me are
Would
the only
Bishop
people
know
here that
how
can...
many people are in
92nd
Would you know
Street?
background about 92nd Street?
I feel like there's almost certainly a role he could make.
Yep. What would you like?
I think
I've got Streetwise.
Streetwise.
Yeah.
Can I apply the bonus for the police chip?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say they're 13. Okay, yeah, 14. You got it. All right, so they're your kind of typical street trash. They have a gimmick, Crusaders for Christ. They're mostly shave head, white, not like white supremacists, but they're all almost always white. They're not really racist. They're just kind of pieces of shit that stick together. In the way that the Filipino mafia has literally no code, their code is kind of like no kids involved with anything. But they're armed and they're dangerous, and it's rumored lately that they're being involved in the Punk Knot project. There are rumors that there's a Punk Knot being assembled somewhere in old Redline City in the combat zone, and that these guys might have supplied some parts for it.
I guess for the audience's benefit who don't know what a punk knot is, it's like a giant tank / hover vehicle sort of thing that they pull together from just random bits of crap to make this sort of giant gang assault vehicle to run into other gangs' territories or knock out
cops.
big parts of the city, fight the cops, etc. Yeah, it's just a big...
So it's like a tactical one.
So it's basically built from like downed AV vehicles. So like like ambulances and cop vehicles.
So
there was actually an old cyberpunk adventure where they built a punk knot out of an old decommissioned nuclear aircraft carrier.
So let's say there's 20 of these idiots. Do you think
how many idiots are there?
So they probably have around 60 people in the gang, but not all of them are fighters. There's a lot of this is the drugs guy and this is the people that work for the drugs guy kind of deal. They probably only have like 10 real hardcore gangsters.
Are they all in one location, or they tend to be dispersed?
So they're spread out. They're right next to the Filipino mafia right now, but they move around the city whenever they're destructive, right? Like their presence, they feed on a new area like a parasite until they suck all the life out of it. Then they move to whatever place of commerce and wealth has sprung up in their absence.
Okay. They're a disease.
Yes, they are.
Well, that was a.
I know it's a quote. It's just another quote. That's all we're doing tonight is quotes.
So, I'll go back to the story. Like, so let's say there's 20 of them, right? And they're all pointing guns at us and shit. What's the plan? We just shooting them? Like, that doesn't seem like a very smart thing to do.
Well, so far,
you want to talk
shock
to him
and awe
first?
has worked quite well for us.
Yeah, but like that's when there's like 4 people.
Are they the only ones involved with this punk knot thing, or did you tell us about that?
To answer your question, they are not the only people involved in the punk knot at all. I mean, it's a huge it's rumored to be like a dozen gangs across the city are contributing.
Yeah, we heard about it last time as well.
Correct. You heard about it on the news.
We could dig up some dirt on them and then feed it to the other gangs and take them off our hands for us. If we don't want to get our own hands dirty.
You can feel the Godfather judging you all as you're just like, let's not get our hands dirty.
Yeah, I'm completely resistant to his stares. I'm just like, yeah, that sounds good. I mean, look, I'm supposed to be sleeping right now. I can literally feel
it's 9:15 at night, Mr. Nathers.
Starting another gang war on my father's territory is not what he called us here for.
No, he killed us. He called us here to get a noodle place back, not kill people.
I think, sir, we'll do this. We just need to discuss it further. We shouldn't take any more of your time, though. The meal was delicious, however.
So yeah, he just says, if you could accomplish it in the next day or two, I would appreciate it. I have business to accomplish. The sooner I can gain more territory, the sooner we can bring more wealth to the people I protect. prosperity. Please enjoy yourselves for the night.
Oh. Well, by the way, all my yawns are in character, in case that wasn't
Perfect.
Champagne role playing. Well done.
I'm not actually yawning as Dave. I'm yawning as Mash. So
Not yet, but yawning is kind of contagious. So you yawn as Mash, and then you yawn as Dave a little later.
Yeah.
Perfect. You got him.
Yeah. Anyway, if we're like dead set on either killing them or not killing them, let's just try to grab info on how to do it. Not non-lethal, but like non-icky way. Colton would like if he knows about like the drug people in there, then he'd try to dig up dirt on them and see if he can just like
Interesting.
like what kind of drugs they use, if they use performance enhancing or just like whatever. Whether I could poison the well.
Interesting.
Yeah, feed him a bad batch. Exactly.
Yeah, make a street deal, or not street deal, streetwise check, something like that.
What's the base on that?
Cool.
Cool. Oh God, I'm gonna dump my luck into this.
Would he maybe know it off like pharmaceuticals?
I
or
would
some
make it more
other...
difficult for pharmaceuticals, but yes, I would say it's a 18 pharmaceuticals check instead of a 12 streetwise.
All right, we'll do that because I don't have
right.
streetwise. Unless I wanted to open up streetwise, which we have enough people in the party to do that.
I mean, I can't fail the 12 streetwise. That's a roll of 1 if you want me to try and do it. But it's,
Well, I mean, it's
more his specialty. Exactly.
Yeah, it's his specialty. This is his. Wow.
Jesus.
I dumped my luck into
How
it
many
too, just to make
10s
sure.
Is that just 110? Just 110. Yeah, so you don't get part, like you make a couple phone calls and you uncover the entirety of their drug business in a matter of,
I'm
20
super
minutes.
on the bleeding edge of like medical journals and whatever, so like if anything rings a bell, I'm like, oh, that's this probably.
So they make a holy watered version of Smash. So they make synthetic alcohol alternative. It's basically beer holy water.
Come drink the Lord's blood.
It is called the sanctified blood of Christ, and it's kind of dark reddish and it's a little gluggy, but it'll get you drunk. That is most of their drug business is making like knockoff.
And this is like,
and that, it should be clear that all of the business they do is making knockoffs. Like they make illegal ROM hacks of like knowledge chips. So like you can get a how to do pharmaceuticals +2 chip from them for a little bit cheaper, but it's totally illegal and it might be a little glitchy, that kind of deal. But their big thing is making sanctified blood of Christ, which is their version of Smash. And
they pretty much distribute internally. They don't like let people buy that shit.
So they hold no, they absolutely sell it to anybody that they can get it to. They hold like every few days a huge marketplace of like drugs and knockoffs for people to come to and let all of the like people who couldn't normally afford goods like this buy the cheap imitations from them. And they do like all business all in one day, everybody in the gang's involved. Then once that day is over, they spend 3 days restocking themselves and getting like the chemicals done and making new chips and that sort of deal. So they kind of try to maximize their strength in each of their fields at any given time.
It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, so their chemists aren't really that good, but they like, you know, they are not here making blue glass, but they are good at like batch production. They have like a mobile lab situation going on in the back of a semi trailer, and it's, you know, it's somewhat famous around the city and in the circles you run in, because it's got you know, it's the front end is
quality
covered.
Has a quality all of its own.
Yeah.
Okay, Warhammer, calm down.
Which I'm just like trying to think of how I could poison the well, and I just thought of a really fucked up idea.
Yeah,
Tell us.
I mean, the people that they sell this stuff to, they probably sell it to
They sell
a
it to
lot of
starving homeless people in the combat
starving
zone.
homeless people who have weapons,
Yep.
and probably there's a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
So they'd be able to overwhelm them pretty easily if I happen to drop something in there that caused psychotic rage.
Yes. If they like cracked one open and took it immediately on the spot, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the only problem with the idea. I think is the time frame we've got. We've only got 2 days. I don't know how easily we can infiltrate this sort of gear in and then have that violent response happen within 2 days.
So there is a
I think-
market in 2 days.
Yeah, I'm just looking for other ways to possibly poison the well. Do they have anything that's like only for them that they don't sell? Like, do they get high on their own supply?
It's a great question. Your roll is really good. So they drink regular Smash, like,
Which
not,
is way
not with the additional holy water and chemical additives to make it cheaper. They make their own regular beer, which, to be clear, regular Smash is still suicidally addicting.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of how I can get more targeted effects just on them.
I mean, you could definitely, but if you could sneak into their warehouse, you could make additives to their personal supply that would send them into a psychotic rage or increase the suicidal depression of the Smash. Or
like if it's just them, I would give them nerve damage and death probably.
well, yes, if you could sneak in there and you had the chemicals, you could do it.
Thing is, like, I'm looking for like area of effect. If it's a big area of effect, then I'm gonna be harming innocent people.
Correct.
A
I
lot.
mean, you could always just get a gas grenade or something and throw it in there. Listen, I played BattleTech. I know that all you have to do is throw tear gas in a enclosed space, interrogation room, and play it off.
These guys play on the facade that they are crusading heroes. I feel like if we wanted to get to where they were unmolested, that they'd probably have an interest in you covering them. They're probably street level enough that they enjoy your show, and that they might be interested if you said that, we were there to do a story about them or cover their influence on the street.
We could also ask the noodle guy how often their people come in to his shop, if he has more information on them than we have access to currently.
I mean, it might be worth talking to him anyway, from the point of view of making sure that if we do deal with them, he will actually swap sides.
Yeah.
He might be fully
Arthur,
illegal.
I have a question for you, my dude.
Yep.
What's the likelihood that there is already a media infiltrating these dudes trying to get some sort of story going on?
There are not that many medias, and infiltrating a low-level gang like this, the odds are incredibly small.
All right.
Most medias try to get stories like the corporation's secret war in South America or space station riots caused separatism movement, not local street gang occasionally pushes around a noodle place.
So that's why I'm kind of just like sitting here listening to all these stories and just being like, nah, I'm not going to do a story on them. It's
Well,
kind of
then,
just like,
I think you missed the part. I think you missed the part where this is a charade.
You could turn it
what if
into a
someone
human interest
hears?
story, Look at these great young men out here spreading the word of the Lord, getting them national FaceTime.
nah, I'm not sure. I mean, like, unless it had something to do about dogs or puppies, it's not going to fly.
Oh
mean,
my God.
You've got to have some more
I'm
use
so
of
glad I
this group.
changed your tag on the fucking overlay. The sociopath.
You've got to have
You changed
some.
it.
Yep.
I didn't see that.
You've got to have some more use of this group than pissing money away in the form of lead in combat. Like, what is it you can do, Nash, to help us here?
I mean, like, that's a tough question. I got a car. I mean, I'd rather it not get shot up if possible. But
So once again, you're submitting yourself as the Uber of the group, unless you wanted to throw
No.
somebody else into the mix.
Oh wow! Look at this incredible manipulation. This is so good.
You know what?
take offense to that.
Thank you for the meal, Mr. Pascal's dad.
Yeah, he nods.
Biscuit, we got a noodle guy to talk to.
He doesn't know that his name is Biscuit.
No, he's called me that before. He's called me that before.
Okay.
Every time I phone him, he answers the phone with that as well.
Yeah. Hey, Biscuit, what's crunching?
If it was actually my name, I might take offense to it. But
No offense, Mash, but we got to get information in one way or another.
I'll come with.
Sure. I mean, talk to the guy. That's perfectly fine. But, you know, look, my credibility is me. I am my credibility. If I'm just throwing it around trying to get a noodle guy to talk, you know, even if there's rumors.
All right, come on, transport, Roscoe Mike, let's go.
You know what? I don't have to be here. I can go home. I can take a cucumber bath and feel real good.
Yeah.
You know?
So at some point or other, Nash, the European Space Agency is going to come knocking on your door, and you're going to ask to step up and help as well.
Pascal, does he get a white tiger if he just goes home right now?
No.
Oh, you still own
What is a
me
white
favor.
tiger?
It's a tiger. That's
It's a tiger.
white.
It's white. Yeah.
You know, big cat.
Never had an animal picture book when you were a kid?
No, I know what a tiger is.
Yes.
Right. I have questions, but they're not important
Okay.
right now.
Look, I called you about this. Home security. What's more secure in a home than a fucking white tiger? Literally nothing.
A white tiger with an armored white tiger with a bullet thing that you can shoot out of.
Don't give him ideas.
That's brilliant. Like a saddle with a gun on it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dogs with bees in their mouths. When they bark, they shoot bees at you.
Damn. Anyway, let's ride, and then like he's gonna wait for someone to get on their motorcycle so he can put in the motorcycle.
That's it.
Okay. Where are you guys going?
Noodle house.
Noodle bar.
Okay, so you head
still hungry.
to
Number one noodle authentic.
noodle authentic. It is closing down for the night because it's almost 10 o'clock. And you can see that the sign outside has just flipped. The neon sign flips from open to closed. But the guy hasn't quite locked the door yet. Let me...
we're those customers. I love being those customers.
Can is there any like last customers in there or like?
There are 2 last customers in there.
Let
Let me know where you guys are parking your vehicles. And
can I awareness notice them so I can roll a thing?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to awareness notice just to get something rolled?
Yeah, man.
Wow, what a sellout!
Fucking that's the
I
game,
mean,
dude.
That's true.
Yeah, I haven't done any of that, and I probably won't. Look at that! I can fit my car in between. Like,
No, your car should actually be much bigger. My bad. Let me.
It's like a Fisher Price.
I'm trying to increase the size of Max's car, and it keeps moving it.
I was gonna park it underneath this car because
No.
it fits.
Your car is now equivalent size to the other cars.
I like the car size being money green. By the way, it's perfect.
16. Does that do anything for me about the patrons in the left
Okay,
in the store?
so yeah, let me show you where you're at. It's this side of the street. It's this building over here. You guys see my arrow?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you might need to zoom out a little bit, but
I did that.
yeah, this up and delete it. The 2 patrons that are inside appear to be people who are wearing like ragged corporate suits that are probably like 10 to 15 years old. We're talking people who are wearing like clothes that are extremely threadbare. Like, how to put this? Imagine somebody lost their job in the early 90s due to some sort of huge stock crash, and then they just started wandering the streets and never changed their clothes. That kind of deal.
Right.
There's like small airplane-sized bottles of alcohol next to them, and they appear to just be enjoying a nice warm hot bowl of noodles.
Okay. So nothing
When you
like
said that, Arthur, I imagined a alcohol bottle the size of an airplane.
yeah. I did at first too, and then I'm like,
Wow.
oh, like the little
Wow.
Who
You,
are the two-
James, are the one I would have thought would get that more than
Tiny-
anybody else.
I don't
tiny
drink.
airplanes.
I don't drink.
Yeah,
so-
but you're the one on the airplanes more often than not.
Do I have enough of awareness to notice this person on the corner?
Yeah, who are the two jokers on the
Yes,
side?
you do notice two 92nd Streeters. Their heads are shaved. They have tattoos of rosaries around their right wrists, and some of them are openly wearing a cross. They have SMGs. They look like pretty small, light SMGs, but they're still a deadly firearm. They're kind of like watching the shops they're standing in front of, but occasionally they turn and see, Mash park his car. They check the car out. They look at your bikes. They notice you noticing them. They're not flexing on you or anything. They just are letting you know that they know you're here.
All right. We know that they know that we know they're here.
Correct.
No. they're
Mash,
not.
are you forcing your way through the front door?
Yeah.
Okay, so
The guy who didn't want to be here is going to talk to Noodle Man.
the proprietor
With
is
his floor at
literally
the
trying to
face.
shut the door in your face as you roll up here, and he's like, sorry, no noodles, closed for the night.
Paying customer, paying customer, paying customer.
Closed for the night, too late, go home. You drunk.
Look, you really don't want to turn me away.
Do you do something? Do you flash a weapon or?
Put on the Nathers charm. Mash Nathers.
Like, I'm in the area making some big deals about local businesses, getting some prime time real estate on television. You telling me you're going to turn me away? Once in a lifetime opportunity, Mash Nathers away from your noodle bar?
Make a
Come on
credibility
now,
check
son.
of 15.
Sorry, AP, I'm staying outside by the bikes. I'm just turning my enhanced hearing over towards the direction of the guys that are.
Okay, so now
Yeah,
you're
just-
watching them watching you.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, that guy over there just turned on his advanced hearing and he's watching us.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, I opened up the pre-gen. Where am I?
They've got their advanced hearing on your advanced hearing.
So they don't seem to have any open cyberware. Now, of course,
You
there's
said,
plenty of hidden cyberware, but
you said
credibility,
yeah?
15. Yep.
Mhm.
Nash natural ones. All right.
Yes.
He says, you're doing something for the neighborhood on TV.
No, I'm doing something for you.
For me? Why you do something for me?
Because, I mean, you've got the noodle bar. The noodle bar.
The name is number one noodle authentic.
That's the one.
How'd you hear about me?
How could I not? The talk of the town, the locals, they couldn't shut up about your goddamn noodles.
So he looks you over. Do you have any weapons that you're wearing?
I got I got my SMG, but I'm wearing silk fucking pajamas. I'm not trying to hide nothing.
So he's just like, you're fucking weird. Okay, only you in.
Very well.
You
Hey,
buy,
can you
you
show me
buy at
around
least
the
one
back?
bowl.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Right.
Show me how the noodles made. Like it's an in-depth sort of like exploratory thing about like the origin of the broth,
You have interface plugs, data term, anything like that?
Come on. Do you not know who I am? I'm literally 90% interface plug.
You can tell he's
Mhm.
lying when he says, yeah, Mash Nathers, I know who you are. Yeah.
This
Great,
whole thing's
then
going to
let's
turn
go.
into one of those Twitter tasty videos at the top down.
I reckon Nash will be in there for like 2 hours and come out with like, so what did he say? And he'd be like, I learned how to make noodles. What were we here for? Why are we,
Nash
why
is
are we
just
here
like,
again?
have you ever heard of a mukbang stream?
Yeah, I love the idea that you guys are waiting out there for a long time, and I come out and was like, all right, we did it. I interviewed the guy just like you wanted.
All right, Mash. So he leads you down to past the stools, down to the order station. So this is a giant wall. You know how when you go, well, You were in America for a while. American Chinese places will have like the same 10 old faded cards of.
Yep.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. Now imagine that instead of old faded cards, it's all like cutting edge 3D holographic. And there's a part, you know, it's like a touchscreen where you can order, but it's like an old ass touchscreen, right?
So and it's the
For
same
sure.
one that you see in like a lot
Resistive.
of different stores.
Yes, but there's also a place where you can plug your interface plugs in, and there's a second one for data term plugs. And the data term plug one indicates that if you plug in, you can get bonus content. Like the history of this particular noodle place, you can download it to your mind. You can see the dishes being made. It's like additional content for people who have money.
I love the idea that this guy is just like, here, you can get everything here. And I'm just like, no. You show me how you make the noodle.
Yes, you make order on this screen here. You pay for noodle. I show you how I make them.
I just touched the first one. I don't give a fuck what it is. Just
All
like, boop.
All right. So it asks for your credit card and €5.
It happens to be brown sugar cubes, tomato, and water.
With a side of cucumber.
Yeah.
No, the noodles are made out of cucumber. Like it's
All
just
right.
like
Just as long as you deduct €5 from your wallet, the guy gestures to the two men who are seated and like, we close. Get out. And he
get him out.
he gestures for you to come back into his workspace area behind the bar, and turns the wok burner back on and starts pouring a little oil in there and starts walking you through how in the morning the noodles are made and then they're cut up and used throughout the day. He's showing you all the various ingredients that he's about to throw in here. Your number one noodles is just like noodles with like chopped vegetable bits and chicken. It's pretty cheap, but it's basically like someone making a cup noodle for you fresh.
MSG is the secret ingredient.
MSG, yeah. So basically, I'm just
When
like
you say
halfway
MSG,
through,
it
it's like,
says extra MSG. It's good for you. American lies. It's good for you.
all right, Uncle Robert, or whatever the fuck. your
Uncle
name is.
Roger. Uncle
Roger.
MSG good for you. Listen, everything about MSG is a fucking lie. Every study that has been done says MSG is no different than just salty soy sauce.
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, as he's like doing his thing, I'm just like, all right. So what can you tell me about the gang that has you under their thumb?
You say gang noodle. Noodle, not gang. Delicious. Yum.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, the East Street 69ers. Tell me about those guys.
The what? What the fuck?
Hashtag noodle gang.
92nd Street.
I know.
You're
said
outside.
It purposefully wrong.
He
I
says-
know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can never tell anymore what is Dave's bad memory and what
Yes.
is Mash's for empathy.
That's because he keeps calling you Glimo in character.
So when he called you Glimo, that was probably Dave, not Nash being an
Oh,
asshole.
that was Dave. That was definitely Dave. Sorry.
Weird
yeah.
Venn diagram of characters crossing over.
So, yeah, you can tell that this guy is very stressed. And when you start talking about gangs, even if it's the wrong one, he starts sweating, and it's not just because the burner's turned up a little high.
Look,
He says,
don't-
I don't know
don't-
anything what you're talking about.
Friend, it's okay. I'm here on behalf of a mutual friend who wants to help you get out from underneath this. Okay, I just needed some time with you to get away from the goons that are outside, clearly watching your noodle bar.
So, Mash, you hear the door marked private behind you open, and someone is pointing a loaded shotgun, both barrels at you.
Sweet. I roll initiative and karate kick him.
Fantastic. I cannot wait for this to go down.
Oh, he's so tiny. Look at him.
The same size as other normally sized individuals on this battle map.
I love the idea that it's like you know how in Among Us, how they have these little babies that follow you around?
Yeah.
It's like that guy's baby.
Yeah.
Up with a shotgun.
Oops. Got a little bit too close in here. All right, so it's just the two of you to
He's
start
looking
with.
longingly at the miniature clown car that we drove in with. Bishop Bryce car. Just my size.
Meep,
Finally.
meep. Meep, meep. Yeah.
Wham.
Initiative. That's
Oh,
okay.
I'm
There
doing
it
this
is.
wrong.
Yeah.
Do you want us to roll initiative too, or
Nope,
is this just
it's
them?
just the two of them for a moment. Until there's massive gunshots, they're probably not even going to notice that something's wrong.
And we're probably gonna have to fight the guys outside anyway.
Well, once gunshots start going off, who knows what's about to happen? 0. Shit. That
So
was
you
a
got
bad
7?
one. Yeah.
Cool. That's good for me.
You're right. That is good for you.
That token is really funny.
Thank you. I selected it specifically because I like the way it looked. Okay. Mash, you're going first.
Okay. So I'm gonna kick this dude. I'll Tycoon go him
Okay.
as hard as I can.
He has martial arts as well. So he's going to counter. What type of martial arts are you using?
Taekwondo.
And your kick?
Hang on, I need to pull up. Oh, do you have a handout with that shit on it or not?
I
really?
don't.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
I
Find
got the
it.
book hand if you need it.
I think it's page
I just
1.
need to know what strikes I can do. 'cause I
What's
forget
the
what
book
strikes.
number? Glimo?
My book's in here.
Well, Glimo said
Sorry.
a number. I just didn't hear it.
No, I had the wrong number.
Okay.
Melee attacks.
100.
It is 100.
100.
Really? I'm too far.
You have strike,
Um,
kick, block, and dodge, and sweep.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna try and like.
You have
kick this
+3 with
dude.
kick.
Yeah. So I get a +5 because my taekwondo. No, what is my level? My
Yes.
taekwondo is level 5, so I get a +5 on that.
+8 because you get +3 for kick.
Well, I think it automatically adds
Oh,
the
does it?
+3, but I need to add the bonus for my level in it. Right. So you want me to roll that now, Arthur?
Yep. And I'm rolling the block on his part. What was the page for it?
100.
100.
26.
That's probably not good for me. He's got karate, which does have black, so for +2. That's a natural 1.
Oh yeah.
It's the same exact close-up shot of him breaking the other dude's knee backwards.
14 right leg.
This is probably not going to be good because he's going to injure something in the process. Where is you failed your skill roll. Here we go. Reflex. You drop your weapon. All right, so nothing happens because he's not. Oh, he is holding a shotgun. Fuck. Okay, so you kick him in the right leg, and you absolutely shatter the leg in the. Oh wait, no, he's wearing armor. He'll be. Nope, not on the leg. You fucking shatter his leg right off.
Mm-hmm.
You kick the kneecap in, and he falls, and the shotgun falls from his hands.
Really? I wanted to help you guys.
All right, so I mean, this guy needs to make a save with a 14 injury. He's not stunned. So he is going to.
I'm gonna bend down and pick up that gun though.
Hit mortal.
Okay. What? No, he didn't. He's not low enough to hit mortal. On a 14, right? No mortal. Yeah, not yet.
Well,
Oh, and
the
he
limb
actually
is
only took
completely
11
fucked.
injury because he's got BTM.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only critical. So your action is kick him, then pick up his gun?
Yep.
Okay. His action is going to be pull out a knife and stab you.
All right.
Okay, so 10, 5.
You said I had dodge on this, right? I
Yep.
believe it. Taekwondo.
Dodge +1.
I do have dodge.
22.
But I have block +2, but he's got a knife, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna dodge that, I think.
Roll another d10.
Did you roll the wrong thing?
No, you rolled the right
Oh,
thing.
take one, do dodge. Dang.
Now you
try
drop
martial arts again.
Uh-oh. Okay. So you take, unmodified by BTM, you take 2 points of damage from straining yourself during this dodge. Then you have to make a stun save at -1. And then this guy stabs you.
-1? What
Yep.
the fuck did I do?
You-
Did I
you
put my
rolled a
hand on a hot plate or something?
I mean, I think you you probably dodged right into the kitchen set.
Yeah. Okay, my fucking silk
covered
pajamas.
in
man.
noodles.
All right, so I'm making a what?
Stun save at a
stun-
-1. And
Okay.
you'll need to make another one when you get stabbed, but this is just for your dodge. Okay, you're good so far. Okay, so it's a d6 plus what's the modifier for melee damage?
I think it's based on your
BTM?
It might be based on your body. And I got it right here.
Okay. Well, fortunately, you rolled really low.
Body type modifier.
Okay.
For damage.
So you're not wearing any armor, and
No, I am. I'm wearing 12 armor.
He's got the subdermal.
He stabs you in the head
Sub-
for 4 points of damage, and the weapon is AP because it's a knife.
So it would be. Well, I mean, I don't think AP gets through subdermal though, or it might. I don't know.
It does.
I can't remember.
So you take 8 points of damage to the head. What's your armor rating? Is 12, so it doesn't actually hurt
It's
you.
12.
So he cuts through your human flesh and hits your.
Yeah, it's like silver underneath.
If
or
it's
whatever.
AP, it halves the stopping power, so that means you've only got 6 stopping power against.
Oh right, so you're gonna
So you
end
do
up
2 damage.
What's your BTM? So you only take one.
Huge. It's
You'll
like
take 1 point
4.
of damage then. Yeah, you definitely take a hit.
Yeah.
The knife deflects off of your subdermal armor.
So
go ahead.
where do I mark that? Am I marking that on injuries or like what?
Yeah, so your subdermal armor is going to be under injuries you'll add a 1 there, and you'll write down that your subdermal armor has been reduced from a 12 to an 11.
Yeah, no, I got that. Yeah.
Okay, then you're going to roll another stun save because you've been injured, even if it's only 1 point. All right. It's beginning around, Mash. For the rest of you outside, you just notice Mash stumble back, and then there's like a flurry of motion.
I was gonna say with Bishop's solo passive awareness notice, does he?
Last time I checked, he was
Does-
focused on watching people in the complete other direction.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna walk over to the other dude. I'm just gonna walk away from him because I fucked up his leg. He can't do anything.
That's true. He can't
I'll
follow
walk
you.
over to the other. I'll walk over to the other dude. I'm just like, looking at my head. I'm just like, really? I'm here to help you. What is wrong with you people?
He's just looking at you. You can see that he's considering throwing the wok full of hot oil and noodles in your face. Like, you started warning him. His guy in the back room has come to jump you. Now you're moving towards him. What's your final goal here? To like calm him down, intimidate him?
Yeah, calm him down and let's fucking talk about this like adults.
All right, make a persuasion and fast talk. I think is what it's called. You have a -3 because you
Sure,
moved.
Okay, yeah, I'd accept that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how combat actions work.
I'm gonna use my luck on that to make it just straight even. I think.
Okay.
Is that cool?
I think this is going to be like an 18. It's going to be fairly difficult because you've been stabbed in the head and you.
I also fucking broke the guy's leg backwards with a single kick.
And if you
that
were
helps at all.
if you were intimidating him, the DC would be much lower based on that. But instead, you're trying to make friends.
Sure. All right, I believe then.
Nope.
No dice.
All right, yeah, he's just like, what do you want? What do you want from me? You come in here, you
told
mess
you.
with my guy.
No, he pointed a gun at me, dude.
You kicked him in the leg until it broke.
I kicked him once, and he had a shotgun in my
You
face.
steal his gun.
I'm holding it so he doesn't shoot me.
You pay €5 buck for noodle, and now you come in here ruin my business? You're gonna upset guys outside. They come in here and kill you. Mess up my store.
No. I'm here to help you get rid of those guys.
I don't believe you. You full of shit. Get out. You leave now. Leave shotgun.
What was the Locktag Mafia is here to fucking help you.
You're with the
my
mafia?
dude.
Get out. Leave now.
Well, they can't be any worse than what you're dealing with right now.
All right. So that is way more than the conversation you have for this.
That's fine.
Is there anything else you want to do? Because this guy might just like crawl after you to stab you in the foot.
I'm gonna move quite a distance away from him.
Okay, your objective is to leave
like-
here? Are you leaving the shotgun behind?
No, I'm not leaving the shotgun behind. I'm not giving him a gun.
All right.
I'm just moving away, and I'm gonna keep talking to him. It's like, look, you're making a huge mistake. There is so much we can do for you, really.
All right, so he hops the counter and begins moving towards the giant window. This is when Coltan and Pascal notice that he's like waving to the guys in the street and pointing at MASH. And Marcus, at this point, your audio's picking up one of the guys taking a drag on a cigarette and going, "Oh shit, here we go." And then you hear the sounds of safeties being clicked off.
Yeah. I will enter combat too.
Okay,
so
you're
get away
saying
from the window.
what you're saying is you'll enter combat, but what's happening is these guys are raising SMGs, and then you are looking like you're going to intervene.
I'm drawing when they start talking about shit, we're getting involved now. I'm drawing my gun and shooting at one of them.
Fantastic. All right, let's roll a new initiative.
Right.
Everybody's rolling now.
As soon as Colton sees Marcus doing that, I'm like, well, shit, okay.
Am I rolling new initiative, or am I keeping mine?
Your new initiative. Because your combat insight had essentially ended.
The AP, your macro doesn't handle exploding tens.
I don't know that you get. Well, that's correct. It doesn't.
No, you don't.
But I don't know that you get exploding tens
on
on
a nit. Okay.
No. Nope.
Oh, okay, this is still not adding. I need to add. So I manually adjust mine to 24. Sorry.
for your combat sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to check that later on.
Yeah, you have to use the
macro,
special macro.
8%, yeah. Or I could just add my combat sense as a modifier to the initiative roll on the sheet.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure you can just add a modifier to the initiative there.
You can,
There's
yeah.
a box for it.
Yeah.
I also find it weird that this doesn't automatically just take that and let you do that, but
Well, actually, I only need one of those, so let's take the 11. Marcus Bishop, you're up first.
So I will draw as one action, and then I will shoot at this guy here. Oh, why isn't it? That guy there.
Okay.
In my black circles.
He's got a little bit of cover right now because he hasn't moved quite yet.
Okay.
All right. I believe it's going to be a 15. How many bullets are you shooting?
Just one.
Okay. Not even burst fire. Sorry, I moved you.
No.
Instead, I was trying to hit the ruler.
I like this new layout for the map stuff, by the way.
So sorry, second action is -3, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, no worries. That's right.
Okay, that's going to hit.
And damage. So this is armor piercing.
So it'd be armor piercing is half the damage,
half their SP.
but half their SP. Yeah.
Right leg. So there's no armor on the leg, so it's 9 damage straight through.
Yep.
Let me find a character sheet too.
Oh, his leg is fucking gone. It's all about blowing off right legs today. Right leg
he's
game.
got BTM, but yeah, you're right. 9 will be reduced to 6. The leg is not gone,
Oh, good.
but he is fairly seriously injured, but not stunned.
All right, and I, as a third action, move into the cover of the pillar.
Okay. Pascal.
I'm glad I parked my car over the
Jaden.
other side of the road.
Yeah.
Pascal, you watch as almost like Quicksilver, Marcus. You notice something happening inside the bar, and Marcus has turned and shot a man already by the time you turn around.
I draw my 9mm and move behind cover.
Anything else?
No.
I mean, you're kind of within medium range there, so that'd be like a 15 to hit either one of those dudes.
Mash, you watch as the man that you put on the ground begins dragging himself back into the room he came from, and he's moving towards like a handgun. Next turn, he's going to be able to just get his hand up there and get the handgun to shoot you with.
You know, I will literally kill you.
Coltan.
Like, I don't want to.
What's the cover on the pillar versus the cars? Is it the same?
The cover, so the cars have a specific hardness, and so do the pillars. Let me look it up.
It's like 25 for the hardness of a car, I believe. So car body door is 10. Armored car body is 40. Engine block is 35.
These car bodies are a 10, and the things that they are behind are a 35.
Well, the front of the car is more. It's like 35.
So I guess I'll move back behind the pillar then, because I'm going to try to move forward to get a clearer shot.
Yeah.
So the concrete wall is 10 as well. So both of them are identical.
These are concrete utility poles that they're behind.
Oh,
35.
yeah.
Actually,
35 then, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Before I move, I'm going to shoot.
Okay.
So I don't get any
This
penalties.
guy's Cyberpunks.
Yep.
Yeah. So same dude that
Sure.
was it top guy that you got?
Yeah, stop guy.
Yep.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna burst my Finral.
Oh, right. How many rounds?
Just 3. Yeah.
Okay. Your
Just
3-round
three.
burst. All right, so you get a +3 to hit.
Cool.
You need to hit a 15.
Oof.
Nope. Roll 1d10. Oh, sorry, it's blue.
Nope,
no, you
nope.
hit. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, that's
Don't worry
10
about
plus
it.
1.
Yep.
I was
Oh,
gonna say I didn't think you could.
1d6.
I didn't think that our medic could fumble a 24.
Go ahead and roll 1d6 to see how many times you hit.
Probably won't do any damage
one
though
bullet.
because he's behind cover.
All right,
Yeah.
so roll for location and damage.
Good luck getting past 35 SP though.
Yeah, your round hits the like street lamp thing that he's hiding behind, and it just deflects right off. Things around here were built to last. If you're gonna set up civilization in a shithole, you really need strong stuff. What else
Wow,
you want to do?
That's a song title right there, Arthur.
Move behind. Is there a way to
Concrete pole number 7.
is there a way to suppress?
Yes, there is, but you've
Yeah.
already shot that weapon, so you can't fire it again.
You can't fire a heavy assault rifle twice in a round?
No. You 3-round bursted. Can't just like
Yeah, you choose your firing style and
Yeah.
then you do it. Like you nominate what you're going to do ahead of time. So
Okay.
For reference, the suppression round is somewhere around like page 101.
yeah, so
suppressing with an
basically
automatic.
you nominate 2 points and the distance like 5 for every 5 interval meters in between, is the difficulty goes up for the person
106.
trying.
In the PDF version, it's on page 106 in the lower right. It basically turns it into a saving throw. Okay, Mash Nathers. You have an angry noodle guy pointing at you. You have another guy going for a gun, and now you have a bunch of gangsters across the street that are opening up on you.
Where does it say how much ammo my rifle has?
In the rate of fire, it is how many bullets it can fire and how much ammunition is in it. That's what the divided numbers mean.
What's clips then?
That's the number of
How many clips I have?
how many magazines you have. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just mark down 3 from rate of fire then, I guess, right?
Okay.
Just to track.
Yeah, so the first one is how many ammo is in your round, in your magazine. And then the second one is how
So
much
like 30-20
spare
would mean
ammunition you have.
there are 30 bullets and you can fire up to 20 in a single burst.
Okay.
Yeah, so the rate of fire is like how much you have in there. So
Okay.
yeah.
Mash,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
holding a shotgun. You're walking away from a counter. What do you want to do?
So the other guy that stabbed me, was he wearing a uniform of some description?
You mean, yeah, the guy that stabbed you? He's not wearing a uniform. He's wearing like cyber street clothes of some level of fashion, right? Like it's as if rather than he was poor, it's someone that is like haute couture of the street, like a French art project kind of deal.
Right.
He doesn't look like the
Arthur,
kind of person you'd have defending a noodle place.
Yeah. So Arthur,
He's got
what was the
two
guy's name?
popped
It was-
collars, like a nice vest that's over
Sweet.
top of his armor.
So the noodle guy's name, he was Daniel or
Dominique.
Dominique. So I'm just like, Dominique, if you do not say that this man is friendly, I'm going to hurt him.
He says,
he a friend of yours?
that is the man I have hired to defend my place. What he ridiculous. He's obviously come because you were yelling and screaming and now you are hurting him.
I don't want to hurt him. So I'm gonna walk over to the door. I'm just gonna shut it.
Okay, okay, it's a pretty good move actually. You click it shut and you can hear the like lock click in.
And I'm just like, okay, so seriously, we are here to help you in every sense of the word. I don't know how much more clear I can make that. I'm gonna even like unload the shotgun and like slide it on the floor away from me, sort of thing. It's like,
Okay.
I don't know how much more clear I can be, my friend.
I mean, you've already failed a fast talk and persuasion with him, so.
Yeah, it's like, and then it's like, the truth of the matter is, the business is going to change who protects you, whether you wanted to or not. I would like to make that process easier for you.
Okay. I will let you make another roll, but the difficulty's 21. Because you're repeating an already failed roll. Now it's a gunfight. You've kind of showed that maybe you aren't totally hostile, but...
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right. Persuasion it was, yeah? No
Yeah,
credibility?
fast talk and persuasion. He already believes that you're Mash Nathers. He just doesn't understand who that is.
What did you say it was? Like 20? Difficulty?
21, yeah.
Okay.
You invest in some luck?
No, I did last time, so
Yikes.
I have no more luck left.
Yeah, he just doesn't trust you. Everything is going crazy around him. Anything else you want to do, Mash?
Yeah, I'm gonna do you want to just get in the room with your friend?
It's like, yes, I do.
Okay. Go do that. Stay safe. Keep your head down. We'll be back after we deal with the goons. Okay?
All right. So for their part,
As he gets into the room, Arthur, I also want to see if I can lock it from the outside in some way.
the room locks from the inside, and he's going to move at the end of the round. So their run is 18. Okay. So from the van parked down the street, 3 92nd Streeters pop out the back end, armed and ready to go.
There's a van down the street. Shit.
Yeah, which side, Arthur?
South.
Oh, down here. Okay. I
Oh,
see it
there.
now.
Okay.
Yep, they run over here. They XCOM flank you. This guy doesn't have enough to make it, or does he? Let me see. That is not 18. Ooh, he gets caught in the open. So now they're flanking Pascal, and they're gonna take some shots. There's a penalty for running, right?
Yes, it's
So double.
I think
move,
it's
so -6.
no. You can move up to your length if you want, but running you can go further, Arthur. I believe.
Yeah, because it says you can move up to 5 times your movement stat in meters per turn without running. So
Yeah.
running
and then
really takes you further.
running is an action I believe you can do, which takes you further.
Movement
So-
is 6, so yeah, it does. They go 18 without any penalty. Firing while running is -3. All right, so they don't need to take that penalty yet. They are gonna fire on Marcus Bishop, all 5 of them.
Well, the ones that came out of the van have to take the penalty.
Correct. Actually, these guys back here are gonna fire at Mash because they can see Mash. He has no cover from them, except for
What
a
do you mean?
counter.
There's a big. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they can see you. So let's start with people shooting Mash Part 1.
But the people from the south are going to shoot Mash.
No, the people. Okay, so let me be
Across the
clear.
street are going to.
Yep, people from across the street are shooting Mash because he's got no cover from this direction, and the people down here are shooting Marcus because that's who they know is shooting.
Yeah.
They're reacting to threats as they've seen them. Why is it not letting me select this? There we go. Perfect.
What do they got? SMGs? You said.
Let's see here. Opening. Where did I put it? Uh-oh. It's somewhere. There we go. Weapon. These guys have Sternmeyer Type 36 SMGs. Oh no, sorry, those aren't SMGs. They are pistols. So they're going to fire on Mash, Nathers. Oh no, these are the guys down here that have the. My bad. I might not have.
20 meters away is pretty far for a pistol.
Yeah, so they have light submachine guns. Let me find which one it is. The 2 that are over here, like the ready and prepared ones, have the good weapons. Weapons list. They are carrying H and K MP 2013s. So I'm just gonna roll rifle, but it's really handgun. And
SMG. That's its own.
yes, but
SMG's the same
I don't have all of their sheets perfectly set up for this combat. I didn't know we were gonna get this far. So they don't have any bonus. How far is it?
20 meters.
20 meters, and the SMG has a range of 150, so it's a 20 to hit. They're gonna fire with 30 bullets, so +3 to hit.
Well, this guy right here would have a harder time, but this guy here, I think, can do it pretty easily because he has to shoot through another pillar as well. Woohoo!
Nothing happens. Second guy. All right, so bottom guy tags Mash with 3 bullets.
1d6.
No, it's 3 bullets. He fired 30 bullets at you. He had to hit a 20. 20, 21, and 22 or 3 bullets. So it's
So that means this dude here might have got sprayed as well.
I mean, that's not how shooting works.
Sure. Okay.
Accidentally hitting someone is failing a reflex save, and then, or is failing a reflex roll, and then you roll like a 6 to 8. Okay. Because I'm going to be doing a bunch of these, I might as well just add it. E2013. Type SMG. Ammunition type is 10 millimeter. Okay. Damage is 2d6 plus 3. Accuracy 1, which I didn't actually add. Range is 50. Okay. Number of hits 3. See if that actually rolls.
So anything below the waist would get stopping power from the
Correct.
thingy. Ah, look at that.
Chest for 8 is probably pretty bad for you.
No, it's
It's
not.
armor
It doesn't
12.
even get past my SP.
Oh, right. I forgot you have subdermal armor. All right. Yeah, you take a spray of bullets. It doesn't really do much to you. Your silk pajamas have 3 holes in them. Actually, they probably have 6 holes in them because it'll go in and it'll
some
deflect
oil
off of
stain.
your. Yeah, not great.
Mash is just real pissed about the pajamas
All right,
They were a gift.
Pascal,
from the Karens.
It's a minus.
No, they wouldn't give me
to hit
silk
you.
pajamas.
That will miss. I'm sorry, I'm shooting at Marcus, and that's going to miss as well. And the third guy will also miss. So, Pascal, bullets are flying around your body and over your head as dudes that have popped out of the van are shooting at Marcus Bishop, who is now
They're
being
doing the
flanked.
wanted thing, bending bullets.
No,
out
they're
of turn.
not. No one can do that. That's impossible. It's impossible. That is where we're going to end for tonight with that particular combat round. So let me go ahead and get y'all's last skills. If you guys want to talk for a minute while I figure out XP.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, they obviously have something on this guy.
His money.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, like it's kind of a shitty situation to be like the lapdog of a fucking mafioso, to be honest.
Yeah.
Look,
Kind of
if we can take these guys out, that's almost 10% of the game wiped out. We're on we're well on our way.
I mean, there's 5 of them, and they said they only had like 10
that's
goons,
half
right?
their heavy
No,
hitters.
they had like 60 total people, but 10 heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are just goons. They're not like mini bosses.
I've been trying to keep the Google Doc up to date, but feel free to.
Oh yeah, I tried to do that on the last show, and I just gave up halfway through.
There's a Google Doc.
Yes, it's in the pins in our
Okay.
Discord.
This one would be a lot easier to keep track of because the other one was like a time traveling. Every time we died, there was a new, the same path but slightly different. So we were like meeting the same people over and over, but with different information. So like trying to keep all that shit straight was.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh.
3 floating IP. Mash, credibility 2. Persuasion 3. Handgun 3.
Persuasion 3. Handgun? You mean, what about my taekwondo?
Oh, that's what it was. Taekwondo 3. My bad. Bishop, human perception 2, streetwise 2. And what did you shoot with? Handgun?
Handgun. I
Yeah,
rolled combat
handgun
sense as well
3.
for
Sorry, what was that?
I rolled combat sense obviously for initiative. So.
Oh yeah, go ahead and take 3 in that as well.
Cool.
Not for initiative. I mean,
Yeah.
that just gets added. It doesn't get rolled as a skill.
Yeah.
Pascal, pick lock 2, street deal 2.
Thank you.
Coltan, awareness 2, pharmaceuticals 3, rifle 4. You if you killed these 5 guys, you will have wiped out half of their ganger crew. So You know how it is. You have to wipe out a bunch of the ads. You have to wipe out 9 ads, and then the boss shows up. The mini boss shows up to fight you, and he'll be cybered up compared to the rest of them. Now that you're all having to like reload and stuff,
And he'll start like throwing other people at us.
So we,
that are just,
so we
like,
start
one-hit
hearing the
kills.
boss music.
yeah.
As the
Nah, what would
galleons come
happen
up.
is basically there'll be like one room we have to walk through, which happens to have a lot of health and ammo packs in it. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh,
That's not gonna happen here. I didn't describe it, but the glass of the noodle shop shattered when a bunch of bullets went through it to kill Mash. So, like that whole front display.
Nice.
I think this is going to evolve into an interesting combat because there's lots of cover, but they outnumber you, and I think it's going to be a maneuvering battle to see who can get in.
yeah,
I'll give you
basically
I'll
what's sorry.
let me give you a preview. I'm going to run into melee combat next turn.
I can't wait!
What?
Amazing! I have no
Well, I mean,
idea what you're
think-
going to
think-
do, but this is going to be awesome.
Think about it. Like, how much more effective have you seen melee combat be in this game than anything else?
Pretty effective. I mean, you broke a guy's leg.
Right?
Although last episode we like wasted a whole group of people in one round with
Yeah.
guns, but
Oh, did Noodle Guy move into the private room?
Oh, you're right. Yes, he opened the door with his key and then closed and locked it. Yep, he's safe in there. With
the thing right after that just like close, click, brrr,
I think probably
shattering glass.
the post credit scene is just a dark room where you hear 2 guys breathing, going, and that's it.
No. Then the guy's like, "Did I turn the oven off?"
The wok is still burning.
I'm just imagine the scene later where we go back to the father and say, "Oh, we've dealt with it. You know, we've dealt with the gang. The noodle house is all yours." And it cuts back to like the noodle house on fire, riddled with bullets.
Yeah.
Like
It's Sea
They
of
just
Thieves
stand there
right
and
now.
watch
They
as
left
the
food
brick
on the
collapses.
wok, and in like 5 minutes, it's gonna start a kitchen fire.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm gonna keep track of that. That's gonna be a good time.
I'm starting a clock right now, gentlemen.
every 3 turns, someone's going to roll cooking, or else it catches fire.
His cooking roll is 80, but if he fails, he can't bark at strangers. That's a Call of Cthulhu joke. Friends, let's do some outros. Mash Nathers, you have managed to noodle this place up. You've really noodled everything in here.
And when are we gonna start actually doing the thing this character's designed for? You know what I mean? Which is
You did an
Infiltrating.
investigatory job. Listen, Dante is giving you a couple days to get settled into the city and get your work stuff, your personal life sorted out, and here you are trying to buy white tigers and fight in a noodle shop in the middle of the night. This is not Dante material, okay? Dante would be finding your coworkers who are in your way, throwing them off of the roof. I don't know, finding homeless people to throw off the roof.
I love the idea, by the way,
Such a
that
piece of
the
shit.
post credits for when this combat is over is like Mash Nathers at a dry cleaner being like, "No, you can get these out. You can repair these."
I think it's one of the sort of facts of the Cyberpunk's quite an older game. Like comparing it with, say, Shadowrun, is the whole thing that like Mash is a bit of a face character, but he struggles with the fact that to have cyberware, his empathy has dropped down, which makes his face type skills limited. And there's no cyberware in Cyberpunk, well, not a lot, that enhances your social abilities. Like where Shadowrun's got things like forked tongues or enhanced pheromones, all that sort of stuff. A lot of the cyberware in Cyberpunk was built around initially making you more effective in combat, and then later on fitting more into the aesthetic of the Cyberpunk world of, you know, the living in excess, but still didn't have that concept of the face as a player character, unless they are the corp, who's probably not going to be that cybered up.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, I think that for like general faceman stuff, Pascal is probably the most effective in the group.
Well, I
He's
mean,
got like
there's
5
always
persuasion and 7 empathy.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, I've got like, you know, my primary skills are all focused around that stuff. But like, if I had enough money, I could redo my cyberware, which would add a whole lot of empathy back. Like there was one empathy roll, which was literally like 18 empathy off the top.
You
18
just get
humanity,
therapy.
so-
Therapy is very expensive. It takes a lot of time though. But if you have a lot of money, you could do therapy to get the points back.
I think you have to also have the stuff removed. That's
No. In Chromebook 2, there are rules for therapy to get humanity cost
Whoa,
reduced.
listen to
without-
Mr. Chromebook here.
Yeah.
Calm down on that one.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that down the line.
but it takes months. It takes your character out
Yeah.
for months, though, basically, at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we're basically doing side quests in between main quest stuff because main quest isn't up yet.
By the way, I really like Mash, even though like he's kind of like anti-party.
Yeah,
it's
it's
still,
fine.
like,
He is honestly
It's
the
so-
worst party leader I think I've ever seen.
That's the thing. Like, he's the party leader, but the rest of us have to be the catalysts for actual actions other than main story quest stuff.
No, you guys have to manage MASH. That's the thing. It's like you go into work and you're like, how am I going to manage my boss today?
Yeah.
This
See
is
that
this is
movie
my job
Bad
every day.
Bosses?
Yeah.
I manage up all the time.
Yep. Had that job.
MASH is a leader insofar as he's an obstacle.
I stop people from getting promotions. That's my job.
Well, I mean, corporate has placed you in the right position then.
So hey everyone, thanks for watching, thanks for playing. Arthur, thanks for running as always. Cyberpunk's a good fucking time. And I'm excited to play more of this, but you know, this low level gang stuff that ain't Mash's scene. Like when we start doing disguise roles and shit, baby, let me tell you, that's gonna be a good time. But yeah, I don't know. Go buy my game. It's called Pieces of My Heart. It's on Steam.
You had a patch come out today.
and yeah, I mean, we had a big patch come out the other day, which has changed a whole lot. And then today we had a hot fix, and yeah, lots of good stuff going on there. So go do that. Thanks.
Drummer,
Not
what
an
do you
asshole
got?
in real life, by the way.
Sorry, what?
What do you got, Drummer?
Just making music right now, making a lo-fi kind of jokey track. Let you guys know when it's out. It'll probably be on Bandcamp for like either free or pay what you want, because I don't know what the legality is on sampling a game and making music out of it and making money off that. I might have to just like do it free and not charge anything for it. But anyways, when that's over, when that's done, probably this week we're not playing next week because James is
That's correct.
starting a new job. So by the time we play again, that music will be probably finished and on a Bandcamp page near you. Yeah. Other than that, just I'm back with the Roll20 crew. Gonna be doing the theme for the Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign they got going on over at twitch.tv/DND on Mondays. So that'll be done in the next couple weeks as well. If you're into spooky winter tunes, that'll be out there soon.
Okay.
Just video games and more movies and shit. Talk about the Media Minute 2 weeks from now.
Glimo, what do you got?
Hey, I'm Glimo. You can find me tomorrow back here playing Battletech, and then Sunday on my channel, twitch.tv/Glimo, playing Call of Cthulhu. And that's about it.
James.
I am James and Grimdark Podcast, grimdarkpodcast.com when I fix my computer and get Arthur on the show. Otherwise, you can see me here tomorrow for Battletech, Saturday for Rogue Trader. And then I think I'm on a break because I've got no Battletech or Cyberpunk next week because of my job, and we should finish Rogue Trader on Saturday for a break. So come and see me next couple of days. Otherwise, you're going to miss me for a couple of weeks.
Get that
Incredible.
podcast machine fixed.
That's right.
Forgot.
I'll go buy a new one.
Forgot we were ending the first season of Rogue Trader.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm not. This fight is going to be terrible.
Actually, I need to go chase up. I've got my voice actor is doing some stuff for me. She hasn't got back to me yet. I need to go chase her up on that. So
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Make sure to include a blooper reel like last time. Friends, that's it for us. We'll be back in 2 weeks with this show, where I suggest everyone write down what your thoughts about this combat are, because we're going to open the next time with combat, and I'm going to hold James to his, I'm going to run into melee combat
I'm just
strategy.
interested what the fuck is going to happen When Marcus runs in, fists flying into a gunfight.
I don't know. I'll have to take a look at his cyberware and see if he's got something like the Cyber Snake and Wolvers.
Gorilla arms or whatever those
He's
things
about
are.
to fucking remove a man's spine with his hands.
No,
Yeah.
he has some serious kung fu like Mash Nathers. You know, that's all you need. You just need some serious kung fu.
That does work out, especially when you're as strong as he is, because he's got enhanced body.
And I just have to cover Pascal because he can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Wow.
He's one body higher than me, which I think gives him an extra point. So he's just 1 point more lethal than Mash Nathers with these feet, I believe. Unless have you got 11 or is it 10, James? Body.
I have 11 body.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you have 2 more than me. So you get the +5 then. Hell yeah, dude.
Wow, really?
I'll work out. That's right.
Yeah, it'll work out. Fantastic.
Damn. I haven't thought about LMFAO forever.
Oh, I still listen to Party Rock Anthem. That's my fucking jam.
Of course you do. That's a pumpkin spice latte of pop music.
Thank you. I agree. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Have a good night.
Bye.
Pumpkin spice latte of pop music.